Well, we are exploring some of the more recent lava flows from Kilauea eruption, which is on the southeast part of the Big Island of Hawaii. And we're just, we're just exploring this location. We recently mapped it. A lot of this area has changed a lot since the eruption, since the lava flows. You know, especially around the shallow coastal areas, there used to be a lot of coral reefs that are now gone, but we're about half a mile from the coastline and we're moving further away. We were in about 300-meter deep water, and the next waypoint that we're moving to is about 728 meters. So we're moving into deeper water, but still close to the coastline.
Are we running parallel with the coastline right now?
Yes.
Okay.
The boat is.
The boat is.
Yeah, we're zigzagging up and down and kind of perpendicular to it, but the track is, if you draw a straight line through it, it's basically parallel.
So I can jump in. That does look like a kind of classic flow tube, one that's broken off because it's over-steepened. I can't tell from what we're looking at whether that's in place, in situ, or whether it's rolled down the slope some. But what you can see is what's the outside and what's the inside. On the left-hand side of that block, you see these thin veneers of dark glass with kind of lighter gray or crystalline material underneath. So that glass is where the outside, the first material that contacted the water was, and the gray is the inside. It certainly doesn't look like something that started subaerially and fell down the slope. It definitely looks like it was erupted underwater, but what I can't tell at this point is whether that was right at this location or somewhere further upslope and rolled down the hill.
Okay. Well, that's cool.
So that's that fluid flowing through it by the look of it. And precipitating minerals.
Looks like a chunk has been
Can we drop a
off.
waypoint here as well, please, Albert?
Of course. That sediment looks definitely a lot more yellow than before when we're looking at it.
Okay, can we come partial white, please? And then we'll invite either Shannon or Adam to let us know if they think they know what they're looking at.
To the left. That's my full zoom.
Okay, thank you. So that's nice, fresh lava's that kind of radial fracture that speaks to pillow type stuff again? Don't know.
Kind of looks like iron oxidative
Yeah.
weathering, but it'd be very fast if this were fresh.
Just right up at this zoom, please. Can you just drive up the boulder, please, Mike?
Yep.
We can just get to see all the little holes there. Those are all the vesicles. That's where the gas was trapped in this at some point.
volcano erupted earlier this year. Again, there's always been a steady lava flow, but the eruption happened just earlier, like back in April. And so all of this that we're seeing is still very new, so we're trying to map it and get a good survey of it.
It's pretty loose, the yellow stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it worth picking some up?
I defer to those out there.
That looks microbial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sure does.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Yeah, right in there, Josh, if possible, we could zoom in, that'd be great. Thank you. Little shrimp hanging out.
Oh, sorry.
Does anything look glassy on this?
Parts of it do, like the top.
I'd say that the tops and bottoms look pretty
Yeah.
glassy.
Yeah, I agree.
zooming in on this white.
I was told that the white might be calcium carbonate, but we're not positive.
Some bright yellow at the bottom there,
This is
too.
official, right?
Still loading up intercom settings. Watch change.
I have some yellow down there, yeah. The overhang.
Yeah, those
I
overhang
think
look...
the glassy stuff will be on the top, right?
Yeah, we can take a look up the top.
All right, come on up.
Coming out just a little bit.
You can see
Thank
like
you.
the exterior. But it'd be
Good
kind
there.
of right
Still
where the
partial.
sediment's at. Just to the right of the lasers now. Can you see there's a shiny bit there?
Talking on the right laser
The right
now.
laser just now? Yeah. Can you zoom on that, please?
Go ahead, Ed.
Coming in.
Oop. Sorry, I gotta come up a little bit here. Ooh.
May actually be a crack with the white stuff in the crack, do you think?
All right, come wide, Ed. I'm a little bouncy.
Coming
here,
out.
Sorry. I get myself stable. Way far away.
Full wide.
What do we got, Lee?
I don't know.
Oh.
It's a monster.
It's a big fish. Yeah,
Big
it's pretty
mouth.
big.
So
We're seeing a lot of different types of eels than we saw down deeper in the other craters, so I'm not too sure on these species at all. So I'm just getting some frame grabs as and when we can. That's great, thank you.
Not really. But it is if I went.
Okay,
Ooh,
you
what's
can just keep it in
this?
view, that's good.
What's this? What is it?
Big
It's
red thing.
amazing.
Kind of looks like a worm. I don't know what it is. Can't really see its digestive system.
That would definitely look more on the microbial side.
I think that's the current moving that around.
Yep, I think so too, but I want to know what the temperature is on the inside, because at some point, maybe as recently as earlier this cruise, this was probably had enough chemicals in there to make those microbes want to be here. Certainly on a, if not on a matter of time scale of weeks, then on a time scale of months, because that's how old this stuff is.
All right,
so let's temperature probe that and see if it's any warmer inside that cave. It's kind of interesting that the microbes are on the roof of the cave, which would be consistent with warm water that came up and flowed out along the roof of the cave, and that was the microhabitat even inside that particular cave.
Chris.
Yes.
Why are you so happy?
Because I think we saved some of the most important stuff till last. We, this last dive, we had dreams of what we might find, and based on the interpretations of what we'd seen from the previous cruise, just from remote sensing. And it all seemed a little bit daunting of whether we were going to get that at the start of the dive. We were driving over an awful lot of rubble, and we didn't quite understand what we were looking at. But then sometime during the 4 to 8 watch, or actually just towards the end of the 4 to 8 watch, just at the handover, so 2/3 of the way through the dive, because we only had 12 hours, Darlene's team came across a big, what looked like an in-situ lava flow, or lava something, as a change from the rubble. And so we were actually able to follow that up, and we were happy then because that did fit with the sonar that told us where there should be volcanic stuff that had remained intact, that had flowed downhill from the shoreline, just out the back of the ship right now. And so that was pretty cool, and we were getting really nice rock samples at the start of the 8 to 12 watch. And then about an hour into that watch, we then came across, as we were following up that geologic feature, and I'd pretty much given up any hope we were going to find any fluid flow, then we did actually find something. It wasn't spectacularly exciting to look at, but in terms of its science, or its scientific significance, it was potentially quite profound. And the nice thing was, it was measurably warmer than seawater. It was sustaining microbial life all in seafloor that our volcanologists think must only be a matter of weeks to months old. So it was a thing we didn't expect to be true. We thought there might be rocks that were intact, and then if there were rocks that were intact, there was an outside chance that maybe there would be warm water associated with it. But we hadn't expected that it would actually be able to be colonized. And what we actually saw were lots and lots of areas that have been colonized by something. And so we don't know. We know the temperature of the water, we don't know anything about the composition of the water, and we don't know much about, well, we don't know for sure what's actually going on with the microbes that have colonized it. So there's lots of things we don't know, but we do now know that there is such a thing as warm water flow associated with this fresh lava flow. Well, no, we know there is a lava flow underwater here associated with what was happening on land, which we didn't know that before today. We know there is warm water associated with that weeks after the eruption finished, and we didn't know that before today. And we do know that life seems to have taken a foothold on that fresh lava flow, and we certainly didn't know that before today, and we hadn't really believed it could happen before today.
It's kind of...
And we have all the samples for that stuff on its way back up to the surface now, and we've got just the right combination of experts on the ship, guided with the colleagues ashore, to actually take those samples and look after them and get them back to our home laboratories in a safe way, that we'll have a very, very rich research project to follow up on when we get home.
It's, you know, I think people think that discoveries happen with these big celebratory aha moments. You know, we sat and looked at that venting hole in the ocean floor for quite some time while we took super samples, but that is really a possibly remarkable discovery that life can take hold in such a short period of time.
Right, and it's not just a novel discovery,
no.
but it has from the perspective of, it's great for exploring our own oceans, which is, and NOAA and their ocean exploration program are one of the sponsors for this Ocean Exploration Trust expedition we've been on. But the other big sponsor has been NASA, and they've been interested from helping us work out the probability or possibility for life to be sustained on other ocean worlds. So this is kind of cool because this is such a low temperature. I think Jeff Seaward, who runs the water samplers that we can see still on our feed as we come up.
Those are the isobaric gas-tight samplers.
He was saying this is
Nicole,
the smallest temperature anomaly water samples he's ever taken. But as Everett Schock, who's our planetary geochemistry sort of theoretical modeling guru, pointed out from Arizona State University, that lava eruptions are almost certain to happen. The kind of rocks we saw, the basalts, are pretty common throughout the solar system, and we know there's plenty of them on Io and on Mars, for example. So volcanic eruptions underwater without being especially deep may be a pretty common thing elsewhere in the solar system, or have been historically a common thing. So the question is, how little life could you have in an ocean that has microbial life that such an event could actually sustain a lot of this stuff?